There were many attractive and informational displays of the times they are a-changing, the fall presentation that evoked fond memories. Two other tables likely reminded visitors of less pleasant events and times of that era. But history requires us to confront even the uncomfortable aspects. The Vietnam War had a direct effect on many veterans and their families. This is the dress uniform of Ed Meyer, a longtime Augusta area resident. Ed served in the United States Army for 14 months in Vietnam from 1969 to 1970. We are fortunate Ed has shared many items from his service to our country. Many other veterans sadly brought back little but painful memories. The first item is a traditional Montagnard crossbow. When assembled, the weapon is silent and lethal with poison-tipped arrows. The indigenous Montagnards were American allies. This crossbow was carried by Ed's interpreter, who swapped it for a pack of Lucky Strike cigarettes. The right sleeve of Ed's Class A dress uniform indicates that he was a sergeant in the 1st Air Cavalry Division. The blue shoulder cord represents the infantry, and only those who completed advanced individual training were allowed to wear the cord. Of the two lapel buttons, the right one is for the U.S. Army and the left is infantry. Ed's uniform had chest candy over the left pocket. The ribbons, or chest candy, were worn in place of cumbersome medals awarded to the soldier. The top blue bar is the Rifle with Combat Infantry badge, awarded to those who faced enemy combat operations. The ribbon bars are arranged in order of significance. The top bar shows that Ed was awarded a Bronze Star for exemplary heroism. Below are the Army Commendation Medal for heroism and the Purple Heart, which signified a combat-related injury. The bottom row is the Vietnam War 3-ribbon set. The Air Cavalry shoulder patch originated when the Army relied on horseback soldiers to engage the enemy. When mechanized warfare rendered horses obsolete during World War II, helicopters replaced them as the mode for quickly putting mobile infantry into battle. Ed also retained a lot of ephemera, such as his vaccination and health record, the Basic Combat Training Handbook, as well as all of his commendations. These documents accompanied the medals for heroism, including the Bronze Star, Army Commendation Medal, and Purple Heart. Many service people either sent home or brought souvenirs, such as casual photographs and Vietnamese money and discharge papers. During training stateside, a photo album was given to those who successfully completed the rigors expected of combat troops. The centerpiece of Ed's heroic service is the framed shadow box of Ed's medals. The impressive collection was prepared by Ed's daughter, Amy. Another Augusta native, Jim Ries, served in Vietnam early in the war. Jim was in the 30th Artillery from 1965 to 1967. This is Private Ries's fatigue jacket. The medals were pinned on here for purposes of display and represent Vietnam War service. The red braid identified the U.S. Army Artillery. The red braid would have only been worn with a dress uniform and then at the discretion of division command. Early Americans in Vietnam were issued survival cards. to help soldiers identify the injurious plants and insects that were unfamiliar to the newcomers. However, there were no warning cards about the oppressive heat and high humidity, with temperatures most often over 100 degrees during the day. Also issued was a folded piece of paper with translations from English to Vietnamese, with helpful pronunciations. The phrase book and pocket dictionary were issued by the Military Assistance Command, Vietnam. Known as MAC-V, they became the central command for all U.S. operations in Vietnam, including efforts to win the hearts and minds of the indigenous people. The small white card contains instructions concerning the treatment of prisoners of war, which were often ignored in the field, leading to tragic consequences. All of the artifacts are displayed on top of a yellow flag with 3 stripes, the flag of the Republic of